until maybe 40 minutes or so, but that was the point when he just started to take over.
Yeah, the Necrophos in that game had a really tough time, but you're going to see Era here have a very similar bad time.
No blink. This is an easy first blood. There it is. Goes for fly. You can tell they were expecting him to just blink out. But
do you have placed more value in the Gyrocopter, or do you like their Dazzle 4th pick? Because I'm sure NiP knew what was going to happen, and they decided to value the Dazzle over the Gyro.
The Necro was picked after the Dazzle, right?
Yeah, correct. No.
He's dying again here. He's still level 1. No blink.
If Dazzle was picked before the Necro, just like chain disable him and drain all of his mana with Manta, they can one-shot the whole team because he has such a big mana pool.
Yeah, there's a charge up top onto Miracle. He'll make it back to the tower, but Handskin is level 2, does have Bash, hoping for some RNG here. How deep do they want to go? Crit's on his way over. Out comes the Coconut. It'll bounce around, goes right back to the Spirit Breaker. Are they going to be able to punish this dive? Miracle going in deep. There's the heal from Crit. Jonas with the Ion Shell on, trying to do some return damage as well. Looks like both sides will be able to survive as Handskin salves up.
You really got to be careful with the Necrophos in the lane. At level 1,
here we go. Surge forward as well as the charge. Oh, they get the second bash, but this Coconut, it's bouncing all around behind the tower. Now Fly rotates in. They'll kill one, and they're going to get 2 here. It looks like Jonas will have a surge up in just 1 second, but the Death Pulse chases him down. It's a 2-for Monkey Business coming out big.
That's a TP that had for them. They do need to gank this Alchemist, and unfortunately Hanskin's gank doesn't come in at the right time. Big Daddy No Tail kind of like sensed what was going to happen. He knew the pressure was coming to him.
Now down bottom, Limp's got a double damage, drops the ulti, and they'll bring down the Undying first. Charge coming out on the Moon Meander. He does pop the salve. We'll see how much they want to commit to this. And again, Hanskin will be forced to cancel the charge. Now trying to take as much as he can to the hard camp to limit the farm for this Alchemist, though Crit will be nearby, and he'll find most of the last hits himself. Now Hanskin puts down the Sentry Ward. And they'll actually go for a fight here. Charge in onto Crit. There's another fight elsewhere, but the Tombstone comes down. Limp looking to fight the kill on the Crit. The Lantern will bring him down, and now do they fight the Tombstone, or do they get out of here? They're going to be forced to fight around the Tombstone. It ends up getting taken out, but Big Daddy's here. Limp will blink back to try and survive. Handskin gets off the charge with 150 HP to spare, and he will just barely live as the Death Pulse chases him down. Now has Power Treads, Ring of Regen, but it's going to be a while before that Battle Fury comes out. Now back to the mid lane. Crit takes a charge with the Coconut. Bounces across the heroes. Limp again with the double damage rune. They will be repelled. Out comes the Unstable Concoction. Ice Shards to follow up. Handskin completely trapped in. Snowball forward. Walrus Punch. It's a dead Spirit Breaker. Now Monkey's Business are trapped in. No Sonic Wave on 3. He gets 1 kill on the Alchemist. Will blink forward. He goes for more. Gets the Tusk. Now gets stunned up, but he wants Crit as well. One more double damage auto attack. Not enough. It's a close call, but can't get the kill. Now the Undying turns, no blink for 5 seconds, and Limp will end up paying with his life. It's a 2-for-2, but a killing spree does go the way of the Undying at the end.
So I just feel like they should be more aggressive, but their caution actually lends them to waiting until they're completely maxed out advantage.
Coconut connects onto Jonas down bottom. They'll use the Reaper's Sight. Not enough for the kill. He manages to get the mech off. Now Queen of Pain drops the hammer with big damage, so it's going to cost him his life. They still don't find any kills out of it. Jonas will be able to surge back to safety. It's just a 1-for-0. Monkey Business finding the advantage, and now they'll pressure this tier 2 tower. Though NiP did get that tier 2 tower in the top lane all the while. Fairly Radiant's Alchemist, and they're already ahead by 5k net worth. It's just continuing to tip the scales in their favor. Popped in the jungle here. We'll see initiation on a Miracle. That's a nice little pick off here for NiP. We'll take 2 ultimates, but well worth it. It'll also be a sign that Monkey Business just really want to get aggressive now in that next 5 to 10 minute window. Give them some extra stats where in the here and now. I guess we'll hold that thought though as Era gets initiated on Snowball, Ice Shards, Death Ward. The whole kit and caboodle will bring him down. Another easy kill on the Anti-Mage. This Manta a little more effectively. All the while though, the other 4 members of Monkey Business are up in the top lane. They'll get aggressive on the Handskin. Walrus Punch, now the Reaper's Sight after being locked in place by the Ice Shards. An easy kill, and that'll go covered as well as, well, about to expire, but that bottom rune spot. So they are ready to stay aggressive if NiP try and farm in their jungle.
The only thing I don't like about this Alchemist build...
Walrus Punch here onto Jonas. Reaper's Sight. There you go. Takes the Darkseer out. 90 seconds on the sideline.
I was literally just about to say when I saw him into Monkey Business. I mean,
just look at this gold graph.
15 minutes.
It's a completely downward spiral. There hasn't been a point in this game where NiP's had any control of
you need to put a stopper in that.
Yep. Charge mid. They'll get Moon Meander, so that's something.
The first axe has been purchased.
Oh, so who's going to get it?
He's TPing mid. Is he actually going to give it? I think he's just yet on him.
I think it's better to just hold on to it anyway.
They're pinging out Fly in the mid lane here. There's the charge from Handskin. They're going to dive past the tower. He does manage to get the Tombstone down. Maybe mechs a little bit early, but does die nonetheless. Now they focus down the Tombstone. It will fall, as will the tier 1 tower.
Especially with this build he did. He is not going to be strong in the late game when he's got Octarine and a Radiance and a Manta. It's all right, but it's not a carry.
Oh, Handskin. He charged to the lane, so minimal chance of getting out here unless this TP goes off. Nope, Miracle blinks in, and there you're going to execute him. That's 75 seconds on the sideline. Nicely done by Monkey Business.
That which buys NiP openings.
Oh, Big Daddy, he gets vacuumed up to the high ground here by Jonas. Limps on his way in, does put out the dagger, but Manta will take it off straight away, and Big Daddy will be able to walk back.
Brought a blade mail.
Interesting.
It's... Oh, well.
Are they going to continue this fight here? He goes in onto Jonas, and Big Daddy's just going to lay into him with the Chemical Rage on. Flies rotating down, as with the rest of Monkey Business, and nowhere for the Darkseer to go.
He's so fast, 500 movement speed when he pops his ult. So the blade mail...
Their base is under siege on a multiple front. Bottom tier 3 under heavy assault. The mid tier 3 has already gone down. They're just going to try to split push this. Limp and as well as Era are up at the tier 3 in the top lane, but they stand to lose 2 lanes of barracks here if they're not careful. Darkseer doesn't have a buyback.
He's backdooring too. It's not working. Oh, okay, creeps finally came.
But now the glyph is used by the Dire side. Mid lane Big Daddy almost finishes off the barracks by himself. The rest of his team still committed to that bottom lane. NiP low on options here. The Alchemist will be the one to TP back and deal with the push. Monkey Business actually don't get as much as I thought. Only the melee barracks down bottom, and now the fight breaks out. Walrus punch straight away onto Handskin. Era blinks in, Limps the one that takes the Hex. Miracle, he's getting bashed. He gets finished off, but remember, he's got the Aegis. He's coming back to life. Now the Sonic Wave will finish off the Tusk, and Fly just barely stays alive. Will turn, Soul Rip will bring him back up. Handskin getting low. The zombies might be able to chase him down and finish him off, but nope, not quite. Monkey Business still with a few left alive, and Jonas will be executed. Now the Darkseer out of the game for nearly 100 seconds. Sloppy for Monkey Business, but they will come out okay. On the backside, it's Big Daddy squaring off against Era. The old teammates here, giving it the old 1-2 as Era has to blink back to safety. Does finish off the creep that he's trying to BOT to.
Also killing the creeps.
Now, back in the base, Miracle takes the Orchid. He's got to back up to reset things. The walled replica is still down as the Coconut bounces from hero to hero. Low mana here on the side of Monkey Business, but Big Papa Alchemist back in the fray. Bottom lane of barracks have already gone down mid. Melee barracks about to die to the hero siege creep.
I would deny that, honestly.
Yep, he does. Very nice. But that's still 2 lanes of barracks down for only a tier 3 tower. Now Limp manages to blink back. Is this the end for Monkey Business? This feels, or pardon me, for NiP, this feels like a GG push here.
They knew it too. That's why they did that whole weird split push.
Yeah. There we go, the final fight perhaps. Fly's the one that takes the Orchid, but we'll be able to mech. Now Limp, shallow grave from Steelcade will keep him from getting decapitated, but Era trying to do what little damage he can. Now the Death Ward is out, it's bouncing around doing huge damage. Spirit Breaker falls first. Era barely able to blink back, but the Death Pulse will chase him down. Nice Manta Split almost saves him, but it's just not enough in the end. Now he'll be the one to buy back. It's still the Darkseer, the only one that's out of the game for another 15 seconds. Limp goes out of the base aggressively, pops the BKB, but takes a Walrus Punch. Beautiful ice shards lock him in place. Limp has no choice but to continue to fight. He'll get the shallow grave. They'll go in even further. Alright, Manifold will finish off the Necrophos. This isn't a bad fight for NiP, but in the end, they just don't have the resources. Crit sustaining his team with the Voodoo Restoration, and Limp will be forced into a buyback here. It looks like Monkey Business have had enough for now. Well, not before the Anti-Mage goes down. Blade Mail still popped by Big Daddy. This is one hell of a long team fight, and Monkey Business are still going for it. Jonas gets off the Lotus Orb, and it'll return an unstable concoction to Big Daddy, but there's just not enough follow-up damage to bring him down. On the backside, Queen of Pain does bring down the Undying as well as the Witch Doctor. Now it's Big Daddy that's left alone, gets the Blade Mail off again. He's regenning quickly, but not fast enough. Now buybacks coming from the Dire side. Even Alchemist buying back. Moon Meander, he's in a little bit too deep. He falls, but this Radiant team is running out of resources. Only 2 heroes left alive. Reaper's Sight will finish off the Quap, and it's just Jonas Fon left alive, and now he's down. GG, well played is called, and it's Monkey Business to take the win at the 37-minute mark. My gosh.
Yeah, if you think about it, I know a lot of people would be like, you know, what's disadvantage that they were at, and you think about the traditional ways that teams would fight up against that kind of advantage, it would be through buybacks, right? Like,